can see my
I can
blank
hear you,
also.
but I can't.
And I have again lost
Your
you. Okay.
yeah. Hi.
Hi.
A warm welcome to Madhuri's Luxury Coach, where luxury celebrity Viva head Ritika today. So,
Thank you,
as you know,
Madhu.
Ritika, every day, most welcome. As you know, that every day we are coming up with a talk show by people who are established in their own walks of life, and it's our honor to have you here today with us. Everyone
Thank
has
you.
a story. Welcome. Everyone has a story and a journey. So today we would love to know your story and your journey.
Well, my journey starts from when I wanted to become, a model, which was in my teens, and what I thought I will do. That's the best thing to do. I'll do modeling, and I'll then go in for your Femina Miss India and bus like the set. So I started modeling, and I did a couple of TV commercials also, a couple of I auditioned for a couple of shows also. But those were the days when you only had Doordarshan, and it makes me sound very old, but that's a fact that you only had Doordarshan, and if you wanted to make it anywhere, you had to shift to Bombay, which was at that time not feasible for me. So I started doing my fashion designing side by side, and then I joined an export house. I realized that was not made for me. I was not enjoying my experience over there because I think I'm more of a talkative person who likes to, meet people, interact with people, and there I was only interacting with the characters. So it was a big no. And at that time, our current CEO, Karan Sarda, he was launching his first magazine, and he gave it to a common photographer friend of ours. And he asked me,
Okay.
I was interested in joining, and I said, "Hello, let's try this. It's going to be better than the export house shows. I'll jump into it." And that was
Right.
the beginning, and from then to now, it's been almost 20 years. We launched our magazine, and then we started our exhibitions 18 years back. So that's how it's been. And now I'm also a certified NLP practitioner now. I'm a law of attraction certified expert and a motivational speaker. So there's a lot happening at my end.
Right. So lovely. Nice to know your journey and story. And I was told sometime that you have to do 10 internships to actually realize what you finally made for. And I think we all go through that evolving and growing in life. It's
Oh,
a never ending process.
that's I think it's a everyday thing. You get into things, you go as per wherever life takes you. But there's one moment which is like the aha moment where you realize that
Right.
this is something I can do 24/7, and I would love to just continue doing this in my life till the day I'm alive. So that's what actually your true soul purpose, like as they say.
Absolutely. And I also read that you pursued fashion designing. So you never wished to be a fashion designer ever?
No, I don't think that was made for me. As I said, I was dealing with carigars all the time. I thought, and I was like, "Hey, where am I? I need to meet people." So I've always, I think, been more of a PR person, more of a person who loves to just, interact and, to just be with people. I'm a people person, so that was definitely not for me.
Right. And instead of being a fashion designer, you got so many designers on board with you in celebrating Vivaha for the Viva exhibition, which was one of the most sought after exhibitions in the country. So, how was your experience working with the designers? Were they tough? Was it tough to handle them?
Some of them, yes. Some of them are very tough, and I think they are tough with everybody. But overall, it's a very gratifying feeling when you have people who participate with you come up to you and say, "Oh, we've had a lovely experience," and "Oh, I started my career with Viva, and this is where I am today." I have so many people who today are very renowned names and who started off their careers with us back in 2003. So it's a very gratifying feeling most of the time. It's not difficult to deal with people because ultimately I think it's all about human emotions. You may be many people in life, but if you talk
Right. So yeah, like you meet a lot of good, nice people, and they become your friends, and it's lovely experience being associated with the
Oh
top
yes,
in the country.
you know it bear with you. So it's a lovely feeling. So in fact, right now,
Right.
since we're not
Absolutely.
able to do shows because of COVID, we're actually missing each other. I have my, a lot of my clients who WhatsApp to me all the time that, oh my God, it's been ages, we've not met. I'm like, yeah, I'm also looking for waiting for it now. But
Right.
so it's
I'm sure. Yeah. Okay. So Ritika, let's talk about your choice on being single.
It's the best choice I could have made, and it's very funny, Madhvi, when people really, I think it's a very country thing that people here are very bothered. In fact, as time is passing, obviously now, with my age, when I meet people, a lot of people say, "Oh, so how many kids do you have?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm single." And they're like, "Oh, really? You're single?" And I go, "Oh, really? You're married?" Why do you
Right.
react like that? It's a choice I made for myself, and I'm happy about it. And trust me, most of my married friends, they envy me. They always tell me that, you are the lucky one. And, because they're all busy with their kids and their families, and they see me traveling around, for my work and doing whatever I wish to do, for people, and they say, my God, we envy you. So I think I'm very happy with my choice, and I'm really and I would rather be single than be in a relationship where, which is either compromising or which is hurtful or which is, somewhere. I wouldn't want to be divorced today. I would rather be single than divorced.
Very nice, happily single, and a very unconventional lady that we have with us today. And I think in India, you're right, it's still not picked up that much, though the change is, you can see the change happening now. But generally in countries like Australia and Norway, if you go and if you ask them, are you married? I think they get like kind of offended. That's not supposed to be.
Because being single or being married is, a part of your life. It's not your life. So, unfortunately, in this country, it's almost like, oh, it's supposed to be like that. No, it's not. For me, I'm Ratika. No, whether I'm single or I'm married, it's a part of my life. It doesn't make me who I am. So, I think people abroad, they actually respect an individual for being an individual more. Here, people like to say, oh, कौन सी family से है, oh, ये कौन से background से है, so how it is.
Right. And since you've been associated as a head for Celebration Vivaha for a good long time, and you've been the pioneers in the exhibitions, how about the competition which came on later on, and the industry kind of mushroomed up one after the other? There were so many exhibitions happening. So did you ever get intimidated, or how did you manage to be the best?
Very sad that today, as you said, so many new players have come up. Means our choice was right when we decided to, get into the exhibition business. And, it obviously any business which does well will always have more and more people coming in. But don't want to sound very boastful, but a leader is a leader. Because by the time people actually start, I've seen a lot of people come up, I've seen a lot of people go down. But the people who sustain, who are there, all of us today, including all my competitors who still exist, I think we all are concentrating brilliantly on our own business rather than looking at each other and, wasting time. So I think that's why we found a coexistence within the scenario for me.
Yeah, very good message that you should do your best and not bother about who's doing what.
Yeah,
so that's a very good attitude, I should say.
And there is space for everybody. You will have no business which will have only one player. So you have to accept that.
Also, I think you've been really an unconventional person, because I think even being a part of the exhibition like Vivaha must not have been easy for you, because it's very demanding. Timings are odd. It's a lot of hard work, settling the exhibitors a day before, next third day, 3 days, being with them. So it's not easy. And I don't think so very many. Yeah.
But Madhvi, it goes after a point. If you really love doing this, like I really enjoy myself, and trust me, more than days of technology, I enjoy setting it up dream, and those 3 days are going to be everybody's homes, all the exhibitors. And so, for me, it's very, very exciting, probably because I just love it. But so that's how I take it. That even though it's demanding, even though it takes up a lot of your time, it has its pros and cons. I mean, I travel so much. A lot of people, tell me that, oh my God, you're traveling so much, and what fun! And it is. It is. I'm traveling. I'm meeting people. I'm open. I'm seeing new mindsets. I'm hearing new mindsets, and experiencing different natures, and it's very nice. Human study is a very interesting subject, isn't it? It's fun to actually see people, understand people, and see the way they behave and react.
Right, absolutely. And how do you feel about it that you've been in the celebration Vivah from the very beginning? You've seen it like a child, and it's grown big time with you in your span of being associated with celebration.
It's been more than 20 years I've been with them, and from Vivah we took it to different kinds of exhibitions. Done Martini Queens, about there's never been a dull moment. And you're breaking up, Madhvi, again for some reason.
I can hear you. Please carry on.
Okay, so it's never been a dull moment as I saw new projects, new things. So from Vivah, we did our luxury home show, we did our Martini Queens show. We're also working upon a wellness project now. So there's a lot happening, and as you evolve, as the world is changing, you have new opportunities coming in. So even the concept of an exhibition is an exhibition, but there are so many verticals that can be added into it that it's always an ongoing thing. Absolutely.
And how tough is it handling the exhibitors? Because everybody is very particular about the location, what mileage they're getting, what about the footfall, all these small little issues, but they can become really major. Any of your experiences that you had in the past you would like to share with us?
I won't say all the experiences have been only good. Obviously, we've also had our mixed share. But, as an exhibition, the one exhibition, this is always very important for advertising. So, in terms of football, there's never been a moment where we've had to hear anything from anybody because people have seen us advertise. We were the first ones to start with the concept of full-pay yards. But yes, when you talk about sales, as an organizer, we always look at how many people are actually happy after the exhibition. So if I have 70 to 75% of my people who are happy and satisfied and who are booking the next show with me, I know then I don't have to think about the rest 25 really, because you will always have somebody or the other who will not do as well as the other person will done.
Right.
So no two people can do the same thing. So as an organizer, we see the majority is coming back to us and know that it's all well.
Right. Absolutely. I'm sure it's a great learning experience for people who are hearing it, and a great attitude, I must say. So also, Latika, what do you have to say about the expectations or any kind of challenges that you really had with the exhibitors? Anytime.
The challenges which we've had again challenges which they are very minor. There's nothing major really, because with me actually most of my exhibitors, they've been with us now, as I said, for they've continued with us for the past 18 years. Some are 10 years old, some are 15, some are 18 years old. So we know each other's way of working. We know what each other likes. The challenges come only when you're dealing with somebody for the first time. So it's with the new set of exhibitors who come to you where you face a little bit of challenge, because they don't know how much to trust you, and you don't know what is there with you, what they're looking at. But the minute you understand, it's all about human psychology. You understand a person, understand you might be any issue after that. So the initial teasing issue only when you just met. What happens between two not knowing how the other person will react. So I think it's just the same.
Right. And any of the top industry people that Viva has been associated with, you would like to mention the names of any of the exhibitors or fashion designers?
So I have, Sri Parvati Jules. My husband, he's been with me for the past, I think, since 2004, he's been with us. And, he started off with us, and also now he's very good at starting in a couple of movies after that, and now he's the big name. He's been one of our artists, and gratitude to him. And Padmini Kolhapuri, the actor, now. She launched the clothing line to us. Right. And, I've had Mandira Bedi, who's been associated with our exhibitions. So there have been a lot of celebrities off and on also. And, but yes, Padmini, of course, she's now become more of a friend because she's been that regular with us. She's been there for all
I'm sure, they've been a part of your shows and regularly they've been participating with you and they become a big name in the industry along with you, within these shows.
So I think
because even my personal experience has been very nice with Viva as a consultant when I went with you to Mumbai JW Marriott for the Queen's Martini show. So undoubtedly the way you organize it, every small detail is taken care into, and we also did a book launch with art show and had an amazing thing. So that was a great experience for me, personal experience. So since Ritika, the chat show is basically about Madhvi's luxury code, luxury meets celebrity Viva head Ritika today here. So what's your definition about luxury?
I think luxury is more of an attitude. Luxury is something you feel at most. So for somebody who does not get enough sleep is a luxury for him. For somebody, family is a luxury for him. A floor, first class to now buy a private jet, and a private jet would be luxury for him. So luxury is something you feel from within your heart, utmost gratitude and love for. That actually is luxury. It can be a thing like a watch or a phone. It can be a feeling. There are a lot of people with different kind of emotions. For them, not to be so emotional is a luxury. For somebody, as I said, who's a luxury. So luxury is an attitude, really, and it's what you feel from within your heart.
Beautiful, absolutely. And also, what are your future plans for celebrating Vivaha? How do you take it forward? Looking at the scenario right now in the town, what's your future plans like?
So, we have a lot of projects in mind. We're just waiting for the lockdown to get over, and then we all out with them. Online as well. Online, I think in the future we are all now we have to get used to operating better.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so online, of course, is one aspect of what we are forming. But apart from online, there are a lot of other things on the anvil. Viva, of course, as an exhibition continues on ground as well, the way it's been happening. But yes, you'll see a lot of additions to it very soon.
Wow. So definitely we all celebration Viva is coming up with around these times. Also, if you can tell us about your because otherwise always outdoors and
sorry, your voice is breaking.
Attending events, parties, exhibitions. So what's it like as of now?
I've not been able to hear you. You were cracking up. Okay. Are you there, Marjorie?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes. Yeah. So about your routine.
My routine. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Ritika, carry on. Yeah.
So I start my day with exercises and then my prayers, and then I do a lot of affirmations because, as you know, now I'm into a lot of oracle and a lot of learning, and so for me, my affirmations take a lot of my time. I'm also studying angel therapy now, which is very very interesting. Actually, Manvi, if you just have to connect to any one symbol of oracle, and you realize it just takes you deep down. There are so many variables and variations to it. So most of my time goes in this, and like all normal people, I'm also cooking these days. I think that's become the biggest profession of anybody who's sitting at home today. Everybody is cooking, so am I. So I'm actually having a lovely time. I'm not complaining about the lockdown because I feel I'm very grateful that I'm surrounded with my family, with my friends who are all home, all safe, and God's given us everything. Yeah, we have we are sitting in comfort, we are eating what we want to. So I'm